All right, I think I am visible to people. Hi, chat. Hi, Tony and Ruba and Nana. Hello, welcome, welcome. Can you hear me okay? Is this sound good? Okay. Good morning. Audio is good. Excellent. Can you hear some music in the background? Just making sure. How does the music sound? Excellent, excellent. That is great news. Okay, today I am also trying to see how does it go. Oh my gosh. I have Val and my niece on Insta. Hello, I'm doing for the first time today a live video on Instagram too. So that is pretty exciting. Okay, so for today, yeah, I know, Ali is on the other. Oh, what was that sound? Hold on. Let me see. Oh, thank you for the follow. I cannot say your name, but thank you very much for the follow. Okay, so let me show you what I'm going to start today. So today my plan is to glaze my bowl with the lavenders that I painted yesterday. I started painting the other day with the lavender butterfly. And I'm also gonna glaze my strawberries mug here. And like we saw the other day when you were here, if you were here, I put the stamp inside because it looks kind of cute, right? And with this bowl, the stamp is on the back. And I also am excited today because I am going to try some new tool that I am going to see how it works, which is working with stencils with something that I did on my Cricut. So we are going to see if this is going to work. Hi, Dave. Welcome in. So I'll show you in a bit how the stencils are going to work. And I'm really hoping that it's going to work out because I have a commission that I want to have really neat lettering and font. So pause and play. Music is crunchy. So you can restart it. Okay, let me restart my Spotify. Here we go. So I guess like pause. You like the crunch? Welcome in. Is that I'm a ba? I'm a baby? Maybe? Is that how it sounds? Okay. So, how's the music? Yeah. Now I just need to know that I can't have music. Yeah, it's okay. That's my goal in a future, but let's in a future I'll need to see how can I have the music in the background and doesn't crunch. Anyways, so this is the what we glazed the other day. And today why don't we start glazing the strawberry mug right here. I think I need to move a little bit this here maybe. Okay. So here I have my clear glaze and we have discussed how we do the glazing with a brush that is a fan brush. I know it is. It is kind of but the teaching work laptop. Yeah. Okay. So let's see how this goes. So I need a lot of glaze in my fan brush. And I'm going to start from the inside with that stamp. I need to be careful that I do it very, very lightly so that I don't smudge the design there of the stamp. That is going to be my first layer. So I'm going to be glazing here. And this is clear glaze. So that is going to make the mug all glossy. And I'm brushing in the first layer of my clear glaze to make it glossy, like I was saying. But we know that in ceramics, when you're painting the ceramics, we need at least 2 or 3 coats. For glazes, clear glazes, they recommend 2 coats. And with its, when it's the pigment, the underglaze paint, they recommend 3 so that the colors pop up and are bright. So Nana, if you are in chat, here is your mug that I'm starting to glaze. And between coats, these are, yes, Rube, tell me. Rube is saying, mommy. um, so with these coats, I need to wait. Oh my gosh, you are right. Rube, you have saved my life. It does have the green lines on the rim. Let me do that. I still can do it because I have not put the glaze. Oh my gosh, that was a good save. Thank you, sweet Rube. Um, I have not put the glaze on the rim, so I'm actually go ahead and paint that. And it is going to be with my dark green. So let's do that. Hi, you're on the lab again. Oh, Chiles Espulgos. Welcome in. Hi, Tori. Hi, hi, hi. Okay, so I am going to paint that rim. And for that, I love to use my banding wheel. And I'm going to put it here. And I'm going to use, let me choose my favorite brush for this. I'm going to use this round one. And what I am going to do is, if you remember, here's my coffee. Cheers to everybody. My second coffee of the morning. I always drink 2 coffees in the morning. Cheers. Okay. And so, if you remember, guys, the pencil burns off on the kiln. So I am going to erase these marks that were telling me how many coats did I already make or paint. And I am going to mark a little bit, like really eyeball what is the length that I want my green little rims to be. And I normally, when I do these things, I normally don't measure. I don't do a lot of measurements, really. Because I think that I don't want it to be super precise. if you get what I mean. I wanted to have that handmade touch. And so the only way to do that is like not being super careful with the measurements. There are some things, and I have one thing that I don't know if I'm going to be able to do it. Hi, Moose. Hello, hello. Welcome in. So there's another piece that I have today that if I have time, I will show you also. That one I did a lot of measurement because it really needed to be very precise. But with this one, this is a rim, right? I wanted to have that like handmade look, really. So let me move my glaze away for later. And let me get my green. I have an Instagram, a classmate from high school. Jaime, how are you? It's so good to see you. Welcome in. All right. So let's see. This, like I said the other day, some colors get like too thick. So this one needs a little bit of water. And so I'm going to put it in my mixer. And I'm going to put a little bit of water. Okay. And now, I need my paper towel. So I'm going to clean the excess paint. And I'm going to start. And remember, this is going to be 3 coats. Oh, that's nice, Rube. You're getting up and making coffee on your own strawberry mug. I love it. Okay, so let me do the first line. See, it's actually going to be not super precise. I just want to have the first, this one, let's see here. This one has a little bit of a mistake, so I'm going to change that into probably here. Before I forget, oh my gosh, hello, hello, hello. Bink, is that you? Hi, Bink. Nana, mysterious, unfold, mystery, unfold. I don't understand. Confusion man, hello. Thank you for the follow. Oh, welcome, Raiders. Do I have a raid? Yes, I think I have a raid. Welcome, Raiders. How is everybody doing? I am doing my strawberry mugs, and Rube saved the day because Rube told me, oh, mommy, you are forgetting the rim. And I was actually forgetting the rim. Oh, I also have Sienna on my. Hi, Sienna. Welcome in on my Instagram. I have three chats open. This is too much, I think. I might not do it with so many chats open. Okay. So here we go with that rim. And this one is, so see here, because the pencil, thank you so much. 3 chats, yes. 3 chats. Okay, I'm gonna follow. Oops, there. I have 3 chats, and maybe that's too much because I just can't really follow all the chats here. Um, but what I was going to say is that with the pencil, you really don't have to like follow it perfectly because really it's a guide for you. It's just your guide. So just eyeballing what you want it to measure. Let's see. Cleaning up crime scenes. Wow, that's good. What's the game that you were playing? What was the name? Here we go. See, like I say, especially on the first layer of my rim, I am not really focused a lot on, I'm not going to focus a lot on being super straight and perfect. I'm giving the first coat, and in the first coat is really going to show the length of your lines here. And it is feeling a little bit too dry, so I'm going to put a little bit more water right there and right there. See, so that's the first one. That's the first layer. And for the second layer, I am going to, let's put a little bit more green here. Hi, is that, I think it's Gerbo on Instagram. That's cute. So let me put more. Let me put more of the green, a little bit more of the green here. So I do the second layer. Here we are. I think I'm going to actually close the Instagram live because it is really, I don't know, I need to get more feedback about it because people are popping in and it might be that they don't have a sound. So I need to really look into that. Let me see. Let me see if I can stop. Give me 1 second here. I'm going to stop the Instagram one. Yeah. There. I think that worked. It's too many things to get going in one stream. Okay. So let me put some water again. Tell me, how is everybody doing? How's everybody doing? Streaming to all platforms? I know, Toto, that's too much, right? Yeah, so I'm not doing the Instagram anymore. I hope that I stopped it. I hope that I stopped it. I'm not sure if I did, but I hope that I did. Okay. So now what I'm doing is the second layer of the lines. And for that, I'm going to focus now on kind of the edges here. The first thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to mark the edges a little bit more sharp. And so that way is going to have that look that I have in my design. So right now, I think there are extensions you can use to put all the chats together on your side. Make it easier to read. If I see it again, I'll tag you. Oh, thank you so much, Toto. That would be great. I was actually watching a video like really quick in the morning, and I saw that there is one, if you call it platform, I think it's called Freestream, and it I think that one is supposed to enable all in one in OBS, all like in one chat, but I didn't have the time to look into it too much. And it also seems like if you are going to do that, it seems like you have to pay for it. So, yeah, investigation in the making. Yeah, I need to investigate more. Okay, so like I said here, I am marking the edges, like straight edges. See? And now for the second coat, I'm going to respect those edges. Don't go over the edges there. Don't go over the edge, guys. Or maybe do, I don't know. What do you think? Maybe we should go over the edge to have more fun. Just saying. All right. There's a free one. I think I legit saw this morning. Let me see if I liked the post to find it. Thank you so much. Hi, Jess. Welcome. It's so good to have everybody. You guys are so, so, so nice company to have around. Ooh, woo, I know. Ooh, woo. Am I saying it right? Ooh, woo. See, this is where you want to have, sadly, you want to have a steady hand. And oh, thank you. I'm glad I said it perfect. Um, I'm lucky enough to have a really steady hand. But I have heard people say, no, I can't do this because my hand is not steady enough, which I'm sorry to hear that, yeah, that people sometimes can't really do it. But for some reason, I think I was born with a steady hand. I don't know. I'm doing a rest before work, so this is great getting to relax with you. I'm so glad that I can be part of that. That's my whole goal here. And chat, tell me, is the image okay? Is the lighting okay? I've been like playing with the lighting. Yes, Jess. I also hope that work goes well. You have a great work day. I go back to work next Wednesday to my full-time teaching job. So I am really taking advantage of my few last days of summer break. It's been great. It really has been so good. Lighting is good. Thank you. Cheers with my coffee. It's funny because I don't own a mug, a mug that I painted. It's really funny. I might need to fix that actually. This one needs the edges there. And then I'm gonna go with the second layer. Right there. Crossing my fingers that the rain stays away. Staffing yoga in the park, and we have 8 people sign up. Oh, fingers crossed, definitely. That's so fun. It sounds super fun. It stayed away. Hello, Chloe. Welcome in. Is that your name, right, Chloe? Oh my gosh. Thank you for the follow, Lantern. I'm new. I'm Ruba. Laku, hi, Larku. I also saw that you followed me. Thank you so much. Hi, Lantern. Welcome in. Welcome in. Curtsies? Larku and Lantern, I know. Today's been good, and I think I don't have anything scheduled this weekend, which I'm not upset about. Oh, that's good. That's great. I hope everybody is having a great time on your own time zones. Oh, I love it. I love it. I love it. Rube, how did the game end yet last night? It was kind of a horror game, huh? Well, not a surprise, but because I know that you like horror games, but how did it go, your stream last night? Did you finish the game? Did you like the game? I am not sure if I have anybody on YouTube, but if I do, welcome in. I stayed up to do all the endings. I was so tired. I know. I did like I did like it though. It was wild. Oh, okay. It looked fun. I stayed up to, was it actually scary? That's a good question. No, it definitely was not scary. Yeah, okay. I don't know if that's a good or a bad thing, but at least to me, that is a good thing. I don't like super scary stuff. The original was scarier. Oh, okay. That's funny. I wonder if they did it that way intentionally, let the second one not as scary. Can't wait for the vase to come to Denmark. I know, Lantern. I'm gonna have all my stuff shipped next payday. Oh, great. Oh, I am so, so excited for you to receive it. And my fingers crossed with all the packaging for international, like with a lot of, I put a lot of bubble wrap. And I hope that it comes great. Just never stop yapping, friend, and also she's distracting us. Lantern, I have a picture of the of just the frog on your vase in my screen, my starting soon screen. One of the pictures of the collage there is the frog, the little frog. I don't know if you noticed, but maybe you can check it out later. Okay, so I finished second layer of my red little rim here. Looking good. I see, I'm going to show you guys. I see, for example, hold on. In here, so you see that right there, it's like past the line. And in here, it needs more. So I'm going to touch up this one. And I'm going to scrape a little bit. Oh, hell yeah. It's also so good. Oh, yes. Um, Scrape a little bit of the excess. You see how it comes out really easily? See, now it's not past the border. And here's more. I can fix that one too. There. And then here's a little bit more. Okay. My coffee. I just never stopped yapping, friend. That was funny. I'm still fixing a couple of rims here. I don't know if you can see it. And I normally blow into it, because if I use the brush, then it can smudge the the decorations, and I don't want that. Mm. Let's see in here. Those are the best trim. Yeah. Let's see on this side here. I also want. Okay, great. That's good. Okay, so if you remember, let's see if anybody remembers how many layers do I have inside of the mug? How many layers of glaze do I have inside the mug? Who remembers this? This is the teacher in me putting people on the spot. No, just kidding. Anybody remembers? How many layers of glaze do I have inside of this mug? Maybe if you see it, you can guess. Chilensis, fulgus, almost. So for the glaze, this glaze specifically calls for 2 coats. Yeah, it's only one. I only have one right now. And one way of telling is because you can still see through the stamp, right? I need 2 coats of this glaze. This glaze calls for 2 coats. And so I'm going to do that, but I want it to be completely dry. So what I'm going to do is I am going to glaze the outside. Okay, so I'm going to eliminate that band wheel. And I'm going to start glazing. See how this one, oh, cool, I know. This one is all glazed. You can't really see the painting, right? You see? It's all covered. Remember, this painting had a sunflower with a bee and blue and yellow. Now you can't see the colors until I put it in the glaze fire next time. Okay. So let me, and for this, I'm going to grab my mug from the inside. Here it has a little bit of green. I'm gonna file it out so that it doesn't show up later. Okay, so like we have discussed, if you have the first layer with underglaze in it, with the paintings, with the decorations, you have to do it very, ever so slightly, not a lot of pressure. If you put a lot of pressure, you risk smudging your decoration. So I'm going lightly with my first coat. And because it's clear and I have a decoration underneath it, you want to do the first coat with light, not a lot of glaze. And this is the opposite of what potters here do when they don't have a decoration underneath and they want to just use glaze for decorating. Then they use a lot of glaze. I want to show you also here. I have kind of a bump of glaze. I want to also eliminate that. You want to get rid of bumps if you have them, because it will come out with too much glaze on that spot. And so it's not going to do any harm, but it's not going to look pretty. So you want to get rid of those bumps. All right, so now I'm finishing the first layer, but I want to finish also to the bottom. That's too thick for this, where people just dunk the whole piece. Yep. Well, that's another technique. You could potentially dunk the piece in clear glaze also. But I personally don't like it. I have not had good results. I have tried it, and it might be because it is too much for clear glaze, and so it turns out like milky or murky, if you will. And so for me, when I'm doing clear glaze, which is mostly what I do, I want to brush it. It just works better for me. You know, the advantage of the submersion is that it's faster, right? It's quicker, but it just doesn't have the right look at the end. It doesn't, I really don't like the effect. But for people who only decorate with glaze, then that's a good way of doing it. Okay, again, I'm doing it in the decoration piece. I'm doing it super lightly. I'm not putting a lot of pressure. All right. So we have the first coat. And inside and outside. So now I'm going to do the bottom. And I think I mentioned this the other day. I'm going to wait a little bit. Where's dry parts? I don't want to smudge anything. You have to be very careful. Okay, here. So I am going to clear glaze the bottom. And I think I said to people the other day that some potters you can't put the glaze directly on the kiln shelf. If you put it directly, it's going to ruin, like your piece is going to get ruined and the shelf is going to get ruined because you know what happens? It gets stuck. It gets stuck to the shelf because the glaze like fusions with the with the shelf, with the kiln shelf. So what I use is I use stilts, and I can't show them now because I have them in my soon-to-be studio. But hopefully when I'm moved into my studio, then I will stream from there. So you'll have the chance to see me put stuff in the kiln also. Okay, cheers with my coffee again. All right, so I'm waiting for this to dry. And what I can do, because I have another piece, I'm going to glaze with the first coat. I want to get any dust. I'm going to glaze with the first coat while I wait for the other ones to dry on my lavender bowl. Yes, much love to you, Pyre. I love you so much. Thank you for lurking. Okay, so again, first coat, what do? We have to do it very lightly and not with a lot of glaze. Just the right amount for the first coat that has to be thin. It has to be on the thin side. Clear glaze again. This will give this bowl a shiny and glossy finish. You see? I hope everybody is doing okay. I hope that you're having a great end of summer time. Okay, so you can see here where is not dry and where is dry, right? On the bottom, because I put such thin coat, it's already dry, right? It's drying quickly. It's drying quickly. So why don't I think I'm going to do the second layer of the bottom of my mug. Here we have a second layer on the bottom. And I'm going to put it again on my band wheel. And I'm going to glaze the handle with the second coat. And normally the second coat goes faster than the first one because you don't have to be as careful anymore. The first coat already dried is protecting the decorations, any decorations that you have done. All right. So now I'm going to do the bottom part of the mug with the second coat. And I don't know if this angle is going to work for you guys, but I can't really touch it when it's wet like that. So I am going to just go with this shot here. I can't really touch it to move the angle. All right, we have that. We want to make sure that the handle is all covered. And again, I'm going to move my banding wheel. And I am going to see with sometimes where you accidentally scratch the glaze, so you want to put more glaze where you scratched it. Okay, here I am going to glaze the bottom, and this bowl is kind of like, it moves like this, right? Because of the shape. So it's a little bit more challenging. I'm going to try and clean with a clean brush any dust. Why do I have to clean the dust? Because if you have dust on your piece, chances are high that the glaze is not going to stick when you're putting it on the kiln. Any grease in your hands, like you have to have washed hands all the time, and no lotion, for example. You can't use lotion if you're going to be glazing or underglazing for that matter, because you will not have good results. And here I'm seeing, so if you look carefully, I see that there's smudge here with the black of the stamp. So I am going to actually clean it off. Always add one fur from Talos as a treat. Oh, clean all the Talos furs. I know. But here's the thing. The funny part, though, is that hair doesn't stick. Isn't that funny? Okay, so here, look what I'm doing. I'm purposely with a damp sponge, I'm purposely taking off that part of the glaze because that's funny about the fur. Because I accidentally didn't do it lightly enough, my movement. And so the black smudged a little bit, but no worries. I can wash it off. And so here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to like barely touch it. Look, see what I'm doing? I'm barely touching that area that has the stamp, because of course, for the stamp to see clearly, to be clear, it takes a lot of pigment, right? So there's a lot of pigment on that part of the pot. So you want to be super careful. See how I just touched it? I just touched it. I didn't even spread anything, right? And now that I did that, I'm going to go around. You know, glazing is one of my least favorites because it has a lot of steps and a lot of things can go wrong, can go not the way that you really want it to go. So you got to be careful and you got to be patient. Yeah, ceramics is definitely, what am I going to do? I think I'm going to grab it from here and I'm going to go really lightly again on the design. I'm just touching it. I don't want to smudge and ruin the drawing. So I'm just touching it. And you see how because it's wet, it looks all shiny, right? That means that you can't really do anything else until that part is dried. Also, you want to have a really, what's the word? What's the word? Uniform layer. You don't want to have a lot in one side and then go lighter on another side, because it's going to show, on your glaze, on your finished product. All right, so now I'm going to go really careful. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to like do a fist, because I want to protect the inside. I don't want to touch it too roughly. So it's like basically hanging on my fist so that I can glaze very, very lightly on the design. Again, we don't want the design to get ruined and smudged. So we want to do it very, very lightly. We don't want to brush off your design. All right, so here I have the first coat of the outside. And now I'm going to, what am I going to do? I'm going to put this guy to rest really carefully on that banding wheel. And I'm going to finish the second layer where the strawberries are. So here I go. And I'm moving it very slowly. And I'm trying to touch it very lightly so that the inside, because the inside is already glazed once, remember? That's the other thing. You have to have a lot of good memory, or do some marks so you remember how many layers have you done. Because when the glaze is dry, you really cannot tell. I promise you cannot tell how many layers you have. It looks all the same. It's all chalky due to the clay that has the glaze inside. All right, so I did 2 layers there, I think. Yeah, and so now I can grab it from the bottom because the bottom is already dry, right? And I'm going to set it here, and I'm going to glaze the inside with the second coat. See how when I put the second coat, the stamp is, you can see it through again. And this is until it gets dry again. Okay, so now the walls. Inside with my second coat on the walls here. Ooh, I got all quiet, see? Because I got focused. All right, so I have my 2 layers inside. I have my 2 layers outside. What do you think is missing? Again, the teacher and me in the zone, I know. How's the lab going, Chilensis Bulgus? Cheers with my coffee. I still have my coffee. Okay, guys, let's see. What do you think is missing in my mug? I have 2 layers. 2 layers everywhere except for where? Good, good. Just working away with you on one monitor. I love it. I love that for you. And I love that for me too. And did you do 2 layers on the bottom? Yes, coffee time. I did 2 layers on the bottom. Good catch. I did 2 layers on the bottom. Yeah. But what is missing? Who can tell me? What part of the mug is missing glaze? Yes, the rim. You got it. The rim is missing the glaze. So I guess I'm going to just put it here. The rim is missing the glaze and not the handle. I already did the handle. The handle has 2 layers already. All right. So I am going to do the rim. Yeah? You can see how the rim doesn't have glaze because the green is very bright. If you look at the side, you can barely see it. You can see it through, but it's not as bright, right? Because that one has glaze already. So I need the 2 coats on the rim. And remember that we said that because it has decoration, it has the paint. The first coat, I'm going to do it I'm slightly going to touch it. I don't want that paint to get all smudged. And also, I don't want it to have excess in some parts. And so I kind of like brush off a little bit those excesses. Again, very, very lightly. Okay, I need to wait until this dries, the rim dries. And now, look at this part. Now you can tell that it is dry. It's not glossy. But look, I just realized, I don't know if you can see it, but in this part here, I didn't put the glaze. So I need to glaze this side. So I'm just going to do that. I can safely grab it because it is all dry now. So this part here doesn't have any glaze, so I need to put the first coat on this side. Okay, there we go. So everything has one coat on this one. Because the bottom is dry, I am able to put it on my band wheel again while I wait for my mug rim to get dry. I am going to put the second layer inside my bowl. And like we said before, the second layer doesn't need to be as careful as the first one. Now your design is protected with the first coat that is already dry. So going around the inside of my bowl. with my glaze. Here we go. Almost done with that side. And I need to make sure that everything has glaze, because if it doesn't, then it won't be glossy and it won't be, the ceramic won't be waterproof and vitrified. Coffee, coffee, coffee. All right. So I'm gonna leave it to dry one more time. And now I'm gonna finish the rim. I can put it back here. Second coat for my rim. There we go. Okay, so if Nana is in chat, Nana, we have a mug ready for the kiln. Isn't that exciting? All right. Let me see all over it. Oops. I'm just gonna do one brush there. Okay. Strawberry mug ready for kiln. All right, so I am going to turn this over and I'm going to glaze the bottom. Yay, I know. Oh, PC Funds. Oh my gosh. I am over the moon, both excited and grateful at the same time. I can't believe how sweet you guys are. It didn't work. A short string today. I'm glazing some pieces. You might need to give me extra permissions later. Okay, I will. You can, if you can guide me, I can try and go do it now. But as you wish, whatever works. I was going to add command to the title. Oh, so full snow. I see. I see, I see, I see. Okay. So how is this underneath? Okay, I think I'm going to give it the second coat on this side here. Doing the second coat on my bowl.
New donation from Toto Kitty.
Oh my gosh! Oh, Toto, thank you! Thank you, thank you, thank you. You know, it makes me tear up. Really. It's too generous, you guys. Thank you so much. I just don't have the words and I feel like I don't know what to say other than thank you from the bottom of my heart. All right, here. I got all quiet because I get I get too like overwhelmed in gratitude, really, to be honest. You're doing so wonderfully, and I cannot wait to see more. Thank you, Toto. I cannot express how grateful I am. Ooh. Hard to talk when you're, you understand, I think. I love watching artists thrive and better when they are friends. Thank you, Toto. You're such a nice person, such a sweet soul. I love you. We just cry. It okay? No, it's not okay. I do not like to cry in public. I try not to. All right, so we are done with this. And we have the second coat there. I need to wait until this is dry to give the second coat to the inside and to the rim. So I know I just have a hard time crying. So I I swallow the tears because I don't like it. Anyways, now it has come time to test. And I am excited about this. And I want to see if it's going to work. So here's my test. And maybe I can show people. Let me see, where's my sponge? I want to like clean here a little bit. And so I want to show people what am I up to. I'm drinking coffee from my straw mug. Nice, nice. I love that. That is the best thing that a ceramic artist can have, to know that your pieces are with people that are using them and that they are enjoying them. Okay, so let me talk to you about this project. So I think I showed it. I have shown it. So this is it's this side. This is I think it's called setter plate. It is, sorry if I'm not saying it correctly. It is for a Jewish tradition for Passover, I think. And what they do is, this is a passage from the Torah, and in around it, it has 6 circles, because what they do is they put certain type of foods celebrating the different things that they want to remember on Passover. I am not Jewish, so I'm really not familiar exactly what it is, but I'm super excited with this commission. And for this commission, as it has so many letters, I have done some commissions in which you know, I don't know how to say this, but with the brush, I write it directly. But I wanted to be more perfect this time. We were talking about things being perfect or not so perfect. With this, I feel like I needed something that made it with letters more perfect. So it will, because it's like this religious celebration, I think it gives it more respect. And so that's why I am venturing using a printer, the Cricut. They call it Cricut, but it's spelled with a U, so I don't know why they call it Cricut. Um, but yeah, exactly. That is the Cricut stencil. Correct. So I, I did my research, and I looked what is the best way to have a stencil so you can transfer to a bisque, a ceramic like this. And I came across the Cricut, And so what you see here, the blue is going to come out because underneath the white is the actual ceramic. So I'm going to paint in the holes, just like a stencil. But in order to do that, there's a lot of steps. So I want to show you the steps. Hopefully this is interesting for you. So I have this as my like sample for you guys. And this is already, I'm going to try and show it to you. It's already cut and the material is vinyl, right? And it is sticky, right? But you have to put it in a transfer. Oh, I forget the name. In order to preserve all the little details of the letters, you have to have two stickers on it. So it's the vinyl sticker, and then you're going to put a clear transfer tape. That's the name, I think. A clear transfer tape on top of it. And hopefully I can open this. Let's see. Oh, my nails are not super sharp. So let's see if I can do it with this. It is not working. Well, this is the adventures that you have when you are streaming live, right? It's like live TV. Remember the days? Maybe you don't. You're too young for that. But there used to be something called live TV. Well, they still do live streams, which is what we're doing here, right? But it's the whole idea. Like, if something goes wrong or not exactly the way, oh my gosh, it is not coming out. What is live TV? I know, right? You guys are too young for that. I grew up. Well, when I was born, there was no TV. That's how old I am. There, I said it. Oh, is that the one on Facebook? Exactly. Ay, ay, ay. Yeah, when I was born, there was no TV. Or maybe there was TV. What was, I'm sure that Mama Room mega old. Man, so many cool games came out today. Oh, really? What games? Tell us. What games came out today? I'm still trying to open this thing. Why? Okay, let me focus. Just my nails. They're not cold. Oh, there. I got it. Did I? It's not coming out. Why? Let's see if I can like, oh, with one of the tools from the Cricut. See if I can grab it like that. Anything besides Degree DLC? Oh, my Kickstarters came out today too. And yeah, I have had the experience. Well, tying is a good time. Let's see. It is just not wanting to come out. What is wrong with this thing? Why? I can't believe, why is it so hard? It's just not coming out. Oh my goodness. What is wrong with the tape? Oh, I think I got it. Oh my gosh. Finally. What is the game that is make you hype? Odada? What is the game about? Victory. I know. Chilensis Bilgus. Okay. So I'm showing that we have the tape here. And I'm going to put the tape on top of the other tape, the vinyl. Right? Now we have two sticky things. And I'm going to use this one. I used some stamps that I had. Work was not being productive, so I just spent 8 hours making music and didn't look at anything else. Ah, good for you. That's great. That's a great decision. Yeah, not you have to listen to your body. Bass dude. I love you. I'm glad you did music. Yeah, absolutely. Me too. I agree. Okay, so let me show you what I'm trying to do here. What I'm trying to do is I'm trying to have this lettering on the ceramic. And this is my test, right? So I have my plate here that I have not tested yet because I want to test it and I wanted to test it on stream. So you have the how you call that? The I don't have the word, but anyways, you're the first ones looking at it. I gotta go, but thank you, Mama Rube, for such a lovely, relaxing stream. Thank you, Mama Baby. I love you, and I'm so glad that you're here and that you were in my stream. Thank you. I appreciate you. You're always welcome. Okay, we're looking. Da, 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 da. Let's see if this is gonna work. So what I do first is I take the tape off, but remember, we have another tape to take off. Oh, which is this one, right? On the back. I just took the tape on the back. See? Let me show you one more time. I took the tape on the back and now I am sticking the blue stencil. Big looking. I'm sticking the blue stencil on the ceramic. And so now the other step is I need to take the tape off. And I need to make sure that the blue stencil vinyl is staying there because it wants to come off. It's working. All right, so it worked. So now I have just the blue stencil, right? Nice, looky, looky, looky. Looky, looky, looky. Okay, so I have just the stencil, the blue stencil, and I am going to try and see how does it work if I treat this as stare harder. When Mama has emojis, she's gonna have a Mama looky looky. I know, looky looky. But I like it. I like it. Okay, so here's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to see how it behaves because if you go in a cardboard or in a construction paper or even in wood, right? I'm trying. I'm trying. I'm trying. Even in wood, you know that if you use acrylic and you like dab the paint, it's gonna come out perfectly. But I am not sure how the bis is going to behave with the stencil and with the paint. So this is a complete. Dave Arco came out today. It looks dope. Oh, cool, cool, cool. Oh, You want to purchase all these games, Rube? I hear you. Okay, so I am going to see how this is going to behave. And I'm going to use this green paint that I have left. But the idea is that I'm going to use it, I'm going to use black, right? But this is my test for you all, especially for you all. So I'm using this kind of like flat brush. If you can see here, it's kind of a flat brush. And I'm going to dab it just as you would with a normal stencil, right? You see how is going there. The paint is going there in the hole, just as you would with a normal stencil. Remember though that we need to do 2 coats, or at least two. You probably want to do 3 coats of the pigment. So I'm going to let it dry just a little bit and read my chat. We budget in here, I know. I have the whistle and I am debating. I don't think I'll get around to playing it, Dave. Buy it so I can watch you play. Oh my gosh! I see here on the YouTube. Oh, I see Toto's donation also on the YouTube. Great. Yay. Yeah. Anyways, sorry. This is the best though, watching the pulse play, the stuff you can't. That's so true. Wow. I have not even thought about that. That's cool. That's super cool. Okay. So looky. We are having the first coat. I think it's dry, so I'm going to do the second coat, making sure that I cover all the spaces. What I'm concerned about is that, is this going to bleed through the stencil because of the material being too porous? And also, the other risk is for this to, like when I take off the stencil, it can also bleed. And so I watched a video with a girl that did this on a sign that she was making, right? And the material was wood. And she told, no Wi-Fi under bridge. Plan bridge is to be avoided. Oh, so nice, because I know I put so many games on the back burner and I have a list to play this year already. This kind of a relief. Oh, I see your point, Toto. Okay, so here is a really crucial moment in my test. Dun, 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 dun. I think when I have emojis or like those sounds that you guys have, I think I want to have a sound that would be dun, 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 like a redoble de tambores. How do you say that? Redoble de tambores. I've heard it. Something drum. Drum roll, right? Drum roll. Yes. Drum roll. Okay. Drum roll, please. So let's see how this is going to behave, you guys. See how this is one of the tools from the Cricut. It's a really precise, see how precise the tongues are. Okay, so I am going to remove the stencil and see how it behaves. And I'm already seeing that it gets super stuck. But here we go. Redoble de tambores. Redoble de tambores. Trrr. Oh my gosh. What? Oh my gosh, it's actually working. Look at this. What the heck? Look, it's totally perfect. Mama Lia, of course I'm surprised because I have never done this. This is all like a total discovery for me. It worked. My theory worked. So that means that it will work on my plate. And I am over the moon excited with that. I really am. I think it's going to look awesome. What do you think? It's so clean, though. I expected bleed. Yes, I also expected some bleed. I was thinking that that was going to happen, but it actually didn't happen, and I am over the moon excited. So now I know that I can do my plate here. I have to take off the tapes on some of them, on the circles. What do you guys think? This is awesome. This is awesome. My mom does this with window mirror edging. It's so clean. I know that it is clean, and I have seen it before in like materials like glass and wood, but I have not seen it used in bisques and ceramics. And so I really didn't know how I was going to behave. And I am super pleased to see that it's going to work. So now I have to actually do it. But what I'm going to do, just letting everybody know here or telling everybody that I want to put a design, and the person who commissioned this, they want purple and they want my lavender. They want the lavender design that I have in the bowl. So I am going to put some lavender flowers here, some stalks of lavender flowers somewhere. And I think I'm going to put a butterfly also to see how it looks. What do you think? Isn't that cool? Isn't that cool? Okay, so I think I am going to get going because, as I promised, this was going to be a short stream. And I am so grateful that everybody came and visit me and kept me company so I could keep you company. We are ending. I miss you already. Oh, thank you, Ruby. Um, oh, you think, Toto? I think it's gonna look good. I think it's gonna look good. Yeah, I have to have I have to create the design in my mind and like play a little bit with the drawings. And then in my next stream, I can show what it's gonna look like. What do you guys think? Okay. So I'm gonna end stream now. Yay, thank you for the stream. It was real nice and yes, super exciting. Thank you very much. I love you all. You guys are amazing. And I will see you in my next stream. Do you want yes. Yes, do you have a friend that we can raid? It's legit gonna pop. And it's so sweet and original. You'll get more orders for sure. Thank you. I hope so, Toto. Hi, Gerbo. I love you. I love you too. Thank you, Mama Ru. I've just been lurking. Oh, I'm so glad that you've been lurking. Thank you for your lurk. It's appreciated more than you know. So, Ruba, do you have a raid target? Is one human. Okay, perfect. Do you want to make you yes, please. So how do I do it? Do you want to do it for me or should I do it? What do you think? Do you want me to make you a rate message? Yes, please. I didn't read what I should have. Yes, please. So what it could be. Well, we have the message, right? Like Mama Rube, or I can't remember. We are reading. Yes, Jess. Today it was a short. Yes, there we go. We farming here. Okay. Okay, great. There you go. Copy paste that one. And I copy and paste from. Okay, remind me what I have to do because I just don't remember. I'm going to end my YouTube